Good evening. How are you? Today we are going to discuss physics, only assignment. The first question, define the term physics. Physics is the study of matter and its relation to energy. Study of matter and its relation to energy. Question 2, state 3 career opportunities related to physics. Number 1 is bachelor in engineering. Bachelor in engineering, whereby in bachelor engineering you can have civil engineering, mechanical engineering, we can have electrical and electronic engineering, we can have number 2 is education, bachelor in education, science. Number 3 is bachelor in medicine, So these are the major career opportunities that require physics knowledge. So the first one was bachelor in engineering, whereby we had civil engineering, mechanical engineering, and electrical and electronic engineering. Somebody might ask, who are the kind of people who are doing civil engineering? Civil engineering are people who construct roads. Then mechanical engineering are people who deal with machines or automobiles. Then electrical and electronic are people who deal with electrical gadgets. Then bachelor in education science, these are now those who do education. They can teach at various levels, like we have got the secondary or the tertiary levels. We have got bachelor in medicine. Those are doctors. They can be doing they have nursing, or we can even have clinical officers. Then we go to the next question, question 3. The table below shows some basic quantities and their SI units. Complete the table to show the missing entries. So we have got the table. So we have got quantity. We have got SI unit and then symbol. So you find this missing part under quantity in part 1. Then the SI unit is candela. So the quantity whose SI unit is candela is called luminous intensity. Then the symbol of candela is capital C and small d. Then number 2 is amount of substance. SI unit is mole, M-O-L-E. Then SI unit of mole is small m, O, then small l. That is the symbol of mole. Then we go to question 4. One of the factors that affect surface tension is temperature of the liquid. State one other factor that affect surface tension of a liquid. So apart from temperature, we have got presence of impurity. So presence of impurity is another factor that affect surface tension. Go to part B. Use surface molecules A, B, C, and inner molecules D shown below to explain why surface of a liquid is under tension. So we don't have this diagram, but we can as well explain using a very simple diagram why surface of a liquid is under tension. We can draw a circular surface of a liquid. Then we can have now the molecules A, B, C, and inner molecules D. So if I bring this camera closer and we are able to see, the diagram clearly. So we have got this one is A, then this one is B, and this one is C, then we have got the central one D. So if you want to show surface tension, then this molecule A tries to attract molecule B, and B also try to attract molecule A. The same to C and B, A and C, and also the molecule D at the center here. Molecule D is now being attracted by all of them. It is now being attracted by all of them. So it means the surface that now enables this surface, the force that enables this surface to stretch, because this molecule try to attract each other, and it now stretching like a fully stretched elastic skin, is known as surface tension. Why do this surface tension exist on the surface of the liquid? Because of presence of cohesive force, that is force between molecules of the same kind. I hope you've understood what happened. Now we go to the next question. The next question is now asking, name two forces that determine the shape of a liquid drop on a solid surface. Name two forces that determine the shape of a liquid drop on a solid surface. The forces that determine the shape of a liquid drop on a solid surface. So let us now check the flat surface there, that is the solid surface, like a table. So when you drop a liquid on the surface, the forces that will determine the shape of this liquid, one is called adhesive force. Adhesive force. Another one is called cohesive force. So the force between molecules of different kind is called adhesive force. Like liquid and solid, they are different. So when this liquid is dropping on the solid, if there is strong adhesive forces between liquid and solid, then it will spread. But if there is weak adhesive force, then it won't spread. Then cohesive force, if there is strong cohesive force, it won't spread, because cohesive force will hold the drop together so that it doesn't spread. So those are the two forces. Number six now about calculation, which we are going to calculate 800 centimeters cube of fresh water, that is volume of fresh water, is 1800 centimeters cubed. Of density 1000, density of fresh water is 1000 kilogram per meter cubed, is mixed with 2200 of seawater. Volume of seawater is 2200 centimeters cubed. Of density of seawater is 1025 kilogram per meter cubed. Calculate the density of the mixture. 4 marks. Then I again bring my camera closer so that we are able to see how it is being calculated. So we have got volume of fresh water 1800, density of fresh water 1000, volume of seawater 2200, density of seawater is also 25 kilograms. So density of mixture is equal to total mass over total volume. So I want to get mass of fresh water. If density is mass over volume, mass is equal to density times volume, and this density of fresh water is kilogram per meter cubed. I have to get it to dividing it by 1000 to get it into gram per centimeters cubed. That will be 1 times 1800, which is 1800 grams. Then I have mass of seawater is equal to density times volume, which is density of seawater then over 1000 will also be 1.025. So it will be 1.025 times 2200. 200 times 1.025. 200 times that one, we have to use a calculator to get the answer. So if you are not having a calculator with you, you can just go to the long method. 0 to 5 times 22. So multiplied by 22 will be 0 carry 1, 5, 0, then 2, 0, 5, 0, 2. It will be 0, 5, 5, 2, 2. Then there were some 2 views that I left here. So it will be 1 decimal point here. So the answer will be 2255 grams. Then I now continue my calculation. So density of mixture will be total mass over total volume. So total mass is 1800 plus 22, 55. 1800 plus 22, 55. Total volume is 1800 plus 2200, 2200. It will be, so I now use a calculator. 1800 plus 22500, 2255. That will be 4055 over 1800 plus 2200, 4000. So 4055 divided by 4000 will be 1.01375. That is gram per centimeters cubed. We can also change it into kilogram. Times 1000 will be 1013.75 kilogram per meter cubed. So that is, we have converted into SI unit. Thank you very much. I hope you have followed and you have understood how to calculate density of a mixture. You must get total mass, then total volume, then you divide. Thank you very much. So we are going to the next question. My next question is very clear. It is asking, state the reason why it may not be possible to suck a liquid into your mouth using a drinking straw. State the reason why it may not be possible to suck a liquid into your mouth using a drinking straw in the surface of the moon. When you go to the moon, it may not be possible to suck a liquid using a drinking straw. The reason is because of very low gravitational pull acting on the moon. So the gravitational pull acting on the moon is very low. That is why you hear stories that when the scientists go to the moon, they can move up very easily. Even when you throw something upwards, it moves to a longer distance without coming back because of very low gravitational pull. So it is the force of gravity that enables a liquid to move into a drinking straw. Next question. In building construction, beams made of concrete are reinforced with steel. Explain. This is because steel and concrete have equal linear expansivity. So when they have equal linear expansivity, the construction will not crack because of equal linear expansivity. So we go to number 9. When a liquid is heated in a glass flask, its level first falls and then rises. Explain this observation. A liquid heated in a glass flask, the level first falls and then rises. This is because it falls because of expansion of the flask. The level falls because of expansion of the flask. It then rises because of expansion of the liquid, which is faster as heat now reaches the liquid. The liquid now rises in the straw because it now expanded faster than the flask itself expands before, or fast for FIST. Then now the liquid rises in the straw because of the heat now reaching the liquid, and now it expands faster, yeah, FASTER. We are in number 10 now. Name the thermometric liquid that is most suitable to use in very cold places. Thermometric liquid that is very suitable for use in very cold places. That one is alcoholic or alcohol, because it has very low freezing point. So alcohol is going to be used because it has very low freezing point. Thank you very much. Next question. State one factor which makes gases compressible. Gases are compressible because of large intermolecular distances. That is one reason. Next question. Define the term diffusion. Diffusion is the movement of particles from their high concentration to their low concentration, or it is the movement of particles from a region of high concentration to a region of low concentration. Next, highlight two factors which shows that heat from the sun does reach the earth surface by convection. Highlight two factors which shows that heat from the sun does reach the earth surface by convection. So heat from the sun does. The question is a bit challenging, but convection can move upwards. So heat from the sun, it should have been does not reach the surface of the earth by convection. It should reach the surface of the earth by radiation. Thank you very much. So the question would have been asking why it does not. The next, the figure below shows some wax at the end of a copper rod. Set three factors that affect the rate at which the wax melts. The diagram, we don't have it, but it should have been the similar one in your access books. So the similar tank, big tank, with some rods. So set three factors that affect the rate at which wax melts. The figure below shows some wax at the end of a copper rod. So if we have got wax at the end of a copper rod, state three factors that affect the rate at which the wax melts. One is called the length of the copper rod. Number two is the thickness or cross-sectional area of the copper rod. Then it is copper rod, so we know about the nature. Then number three is just the amount of heat. Amount of heat that is in contact with the copper rod. Don't talk about nature of the material or nature of the copper, because it is just copper only. If there are more than two materials, then you will have compared, because each and every material has its own composition. Number 14, define force and give its SI unit. Force is a pull or a push. Its SI unit is Newton. Newton is the SI unit of force. Set three effects of a force on an object. Effects of a force. 1. A force can increase the speed of a moving object. Number 2. Force can slow down the speed of a moving object. Number 3. Force can stop the movement of an object. Then number 4. Force can cause wear and tear. Next, name and show forces acting on a box placed on a table. When you take a box and place on a table, there are many forces. The one that acts downward is called action. Then equal and opposite, we have got reaction. So I can show the diagram here. So downward here is called action. Then from the center going upwards is called reaction. So we are asked any forces. One is action, then reaction. It was not moving, so we cannot talk about friction. Thank you very much. So we go to the next question, that is part B. Part B is asking, A ream of foolscaps containing 500 papers has a thickness of 50 millimeter and a mass of 2 kilogram. If it has a width of 200 millimeter and a length of 300 millimeters, then we are asked find the thickness of one sheet of paper. There are many sheets of papers, 500. So if you just take papers and pile them on top of each other until they are 500, then the thickness is 50 millimeters and a mass of 2 kilograms. If it has a width of that and a length of that, find the thickness of one. So you say if 500 papers equals to 50 millimeter, one paper will equal to what? That is 1 times 50 over 500. That is 0.1 millimeter. The thickness of one sheet of paper is 0.1 millimeter. So you can see how I have done the multiplication. Let me bring it closer. So this is how I've done the multiplication here. If 500 is equal to that, one paper will be equal to what? Then you cross multiply and get 0.1. Then the next, the mass of one sheet of paper. So if 500 papers is 2 kilogram, 1 will be equal to what? That is 1 times 2 over 500. Then I just do the calculation. 2 divided by 500. It will be 0.004 kilogram. Most of you might not know how to read standard form. If it is in standard form like this, then it means it can be made to be decimal place like that. Then the volume of one sheet of paper, volume is equal to length times width times height. That is, length is given as 300, width is 200, then height is 0.1. That will be 300 times 200 times 0.1 will be 6,000 millimeter cubed. That's the volume of one sheet of paper. The density of the paper. So to calculate density. Density is equal to mass volume. That is, mass is 0.004. That is kilogram. 0.004 kilogram. Volume. This mass I can even convert it to grams by multiplying by 1000. Multiplying by 1000, it will be 4 grams. Then millimeter, 6,000 millimeter. I can also convert to centimeters cubed by dividing by, 10 millimeter equals to 1 centimeter. So it means I have to divide by 1,000. That will be 6 centimeters cubed. So density is mass over volume, which is 4 over 6. It will be 2 over 3, which is equal to 0.0007 grams per centimeters cubed, which is same as 666.7 kilogram per meter cubed. Make sure you write your answer in 4 significant figures. Thank you very much. We are in the next question, number 16. Number 16 is asking, two identical aluminum rods shown in the figure below are rated by the same Bunsen burner. One rests on a metal block and the other on a wooden block. Said with a reason which wax is likely to melt. Metal and wooden. So the one that is likely to melt is the one on a metal, because metal is a good conductor, wood is a poor. Two identical aluminum rods shown in the figure below are heated by the same Bunsen burner. One rests on a metal block and the other rests on a wooden block. Set with the reason why which wax is likely to melt. So maybe I can again explain further what happens there. So the one that is resting on a wooden block, all of them are hot. Both the aluminium that is resting on wooden, the one on metallic is hot. So we'll say that the wax that is on aluminium that is resting on the wooden melts fast, not on the metal. It is the one that is in the wooden that melt fast. Why? Wood does not conduct the heat away from the aluminium. So the one resting on the metal does not melt fast because the metal conduct heat away as time goes by. Next, state the purpose of the following features of a thermometer. We are about to finish. Narrow capillary bore. The function of narrow capillary bore is it allows movement of the thermometric substance, and the reason why it is narrow is for accuracy. It is narrow because of accuracy. So we have got the next one is thin bulb. Thin bulb allow transmission of heat from, if you are using thermometer to measure your body temperature, so it is transmitted from your hand or your body to the thermometric substance. So the thin bulb is to allow for transmission of heat. Thick glass stem. Thick glass stem is used for magnification of the scale, because on the stem is where we have the scale, and when the stem is thick, then the scale is being magnified. Next, state 3 properties of mercury that makes it a good thermometric liquid. 3 properties. Number 1 is that mercury does not wet glass surface. Number 2, mercury is having a wide range of temperature. That is, the difference between the boiling point and the freezing point of mercury is very large. That is wide range of temperature. Then mercury is a good thermal conductor. A good thermal conductor means that just a small amount of it will make mercury to expand very, very fast. There are other properties of mercury. Another one is mercury is opaque and easily visible. Number 18 states the reason why it is not correct to quote the weight of solid objects in kilogram. Weight is the pull of gravity acting on a body, so it cannot be in kilogram, it is in Newton. Kilogram is a unit for mass. Wasike found that the width of his desk was approximately 10 palm length. 10 palm length. If the palm was 15 centimeters long, what was the width of his desk? So it is 15 times 10. That is 150 centimeters. That is the length of the desk, because it is 10 palm times 15 centimeters. Number 18 and describe how to estimate the height of a tree using a rod of about 2 meters and a tape measure. Very simple. How to estimate the height of a tree? You take the tape measure, you take the rod of 2 meters long, then you make the rod to be vertical. After you've made it to be standing vertically, you take the tape measure and estimate the length of the shadow of that rod, because you already know that the length of rod is 2 meters. So length of shadow of rod take it, measure it as x. Then you take again the tape measure, and then you measure the length of shadow of tree. Length of shadow of tree, that will be y. So how do you calculate the length of tree? Length of tree over length of shadow of tree equals to, no, length of tree over length of road. Length of tree over length of road is equal to length of shadow of tree over length of shadow of road. So that's the formula for estimating the length of the tree. And make the length of tree subject, that is length of shadow of tree times length of road over length of shadow of road. That is how you estimate. Number 19, very important question, and it's the last one. The mass of an empty density bottle is 20 grams. This is a very common question. The mass, I'm going to show you how to calculate it. The mass of an empty density bottle is 20 grams. So density bottle is 20 grams. Its mass when filled with water, that is bottle plus water, is 40 grams. And 50 when filled with the liquid X, that is bottle plus X, is 50 grams. Calculate the density of liquid X if the density of water is 1000. Density of water is 1000. So density, this is mass of. So mass of water alone, water, is equal to 40 minus 20. Why? Because mass of density bottle plus water is 40. Mass of bottle alone is 20. So it will be 20 grams, mass of water alone. Then volume of water is equal to, if density is mass over volume, volume is equal to mass over density. And the mass is 20. Density is always 1. Density of water is always 1. That will be 20 centimeters cubed. And calculate the density of liquid X. So volume of X of density bottle is also 20. Volume of density bottle is also 20 because the liquid that is called water filled the density bottle. So it will also be 20. Then calculate the density of liquid X. Density of X is equal to mass over volume. Mass of X is 50 minus 20 over volume, that is 20, because the same volume that is what, that is which the water is occupying will be the same volume that the liquid X will also occupy. It will be 30 over 20, which is same as 1.5 gram per centimeters cubed. 1.5 gram per centimeters cubed. Very important. I may repeat. Density of bottle according to the instruction here is 20. Mass of density bottle plus water is 40. Density bottle plus X is 50. Mass of water will be 40 minus 20. That is 20. Volume of water is mass over density. That is 20 over 1. Where did I get this one? From 1000 kilogram per meter cubed is same as 1 gram per centimeters cubed. Then volume of density bottle is same as volume of water inside. That is 20. Density of X is mass of X over volume. Mass of X is 50 minus 20. That is 30 over 20. Otherwise, thank you and may God bless you.